If I told you that your best years could still be ahead of you, would you believe me? Imagine for a moment that the number 50 isn't a finish line for youth, but a starting block for a whole new kind of vitality. We live in a world that often speaks of aging in hushed tones, as if it were a slow, inevitable surrender. But I am here today, having seen a full century of sunrises, to tell you a different story. It is a story not of fighting against time, but of flowing with it, of nurturing the body and soul so deeply that they can carry you with strength and grace, not just to 70 or 80, but perhaps even to 100. This isn't about magic or luck, it's about a conscious choice to live differently. The narrative we've been sold about getting older is fundamentally flawed. It paints a picture of diminishing returns, where each passing year takes something from us. We see it in advertisements for anti-aging creams and hear it in jokes about senior moments. This story suggests that our bodies are destined to fail us, our minds to cloud, and our spirits to fade. But what if that story is wrong? I have walked this earth for 100 years, and I can assure you that the human body has a remarkable capacity for resilience and renewal. It is not a machine with a fixed expiration date. It is a garden, and with the right care, it can flourish in every season of life. Consider the notion of a 100-year horizon. It's not about simply surviving for a century. It's about arriving at that milestone with your health, your clarity, and your joy intact. It is about being able to walk in the park, to share stories with your great-grandchildren, to wake up each morning with a sense of purpose. This is the new definition of old age that I want to share with you. It is an age of wisdom, not weakness, an age of freedom, not frailty. My journey to this point was not paved with complex medical procedures or expensive supplements. Instead, it was built upon a foundation of simple, timeless habits that anyone can adopt, starting today. Let's abandon the old maps of aging that lead only to decline. Let's draw a new one together. This new map charts a course towards sustained well-being, where the years after 50 are not an epilogue but a vibrant second act. In this introduction to a longer, more fulfilling life, I will not offer you complicated formulas or impossible demands. I will share the distilled wisdom of a century, the small, consistent actions that have the power to transform your health and redefine what it means to grow old. Forget what you think you know about aging. The real secrets are simpler and more profound than you can imagine, and they are available to every single one of us. For too long, we have accepted a myth. It is the myth of inevitable decline. We are taught to believe that after a certain age, our bodies and minds are on a one-way path downward. We expect aches and pains. We anticipate slowing down. We are conditioned to see the latter half of life as a period of managing loss rather than cultivating growth. This belief is one of the most damaging obstacles to healthy longevity. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When we expect to feel worse, we often stop doing the very things that would help us feel better. We give up on the long walks, we stop trying new things, and we resign ourselves to a lesser version of life. I am living proof that this myth can be shattered. At 90, I was still tending to my garden. At 95, I was still taking my daily walks through the woods. And at 100, I am still here, sharing my story with you, with a clear mind and a steady heart. My body is not what it was at 20, and that is okay. It has carried me through 10 decades, but it has not failed me. It has not collapsed. This is because I never treated it as if it were destined to. I treated it with respect, with nourishment, and with movement every single day. The belief in decline is a choice, and I am asking you to choose a different belief. Think about the language we use around aging. We talk about being over the hill as if the best part is behind us. We see birthdays after 50 as grim milestones rather than celebrations of accumulated wisdom and experience. This cultural conditioning shapes our personal expectations. It limits our vision of what is possible, but what if we saw 50 as the peak from which we can survey a vast and beautiful landscape ahead? What if we viewed each new year as an opportunity to deepen our connection to our own health and happiness? The power to change your future begins with changing your mind about what that future can hold. The science is also beginning to catch up with this ancient wisdom. Researchers are discovering that our lifestyle choices have a far greater impact on our health spans than our genes do. This field, known as epigenetics, shows us that our daily habits can literally turn certain genes on or off, influencing our risk for disease and our rate of aging. This is incredibly empowering news. It means that you are not a prisoner of your DNA. You are the architect of your own well-being. The story of inevitable decline is just that, a story, and you have the power to write a new one. Beginning with the very next choice you make. So, what is the alternative to this story of decline? It is a promise of vitality, of clarity, and of enduring strength. It is a promise that you can feel good, energetic, and engaged with life, not just in your 50s and 60s, but well beyond. This promise is not based on a futuristic fantasy or a miracle cure. It is grounded in the profound power of simple, consistent habits. These are not drastic overhauls or punishing regimens. They are small, gentle adjustments to your daily life that, when practiced over time, compound into remarkable results. They are the secrets that have been hiding in plain sight for generations. I want to give you a glimpse of what these habits look like. Imagine starting your day not with a frantic rush, but with a quiet moment of reflection and a tall glass of water. Picture yourself taking a walk outside, feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin and the gentle rhythm of your own footsteps. Think about nourishing your body with real, unprocessed foods that come from the earth, not from a factory. These are not complicated ideas. They are intuitive. They are the way humans have lived for millennia, before our modern world tried to convince us that health comes from a bottle or a complicated diet plan. The beauty of these habits is their accessibility. They do not require a gym membership, expensive equipment, or a personal chef. They require only your commitment and your consistency. The secret is not in the intensity of your effort, but in the regularity of it. A short walk every single day is far more powerful than a grueling workout once a week. A simple, home-cooked meal made with fresh ingredients does more for your body than any exotic superfood powder. It is the steady, daily practice of self-care that builds a foundation of health strong enough to last a lifetime. This is the core of my message to you. Throughout this journey we are taking together, I will unpack these habits for you, one by one. We will explore the life-changing power of movement, the deep nourishment of simple foods, and the restorative magic of sleep. We will talk about the importance of sunshine, hydration, and meaningful connections with others. These are the pillars that have supported my own long and healthy life. They are not theories I read in a book. They are the truths I have lived. I promise you that if you embrace these simple practices, you will not only add years to your life, but more importantly, you will add life to your years. Many people I meet resign themselves to their fate, believing their health is predetermined by their family history. They say things like, "My father had a bad heart, so I probably will too," or "Everyone in my family gets frail when they get older." While it is true that our genes play a role in our health, they are not our destiny. Think of your genes as a blueprint for a house. The blueprint might suggest where the walls and windows should go, but you are the builder. You decide the quality of the materials you use. You decide how you maintain the structure day after day. Your choices are the building materials of your health. This is the most liberating truth I have learned in my 100 years. Your daily choices are more powerful than your DNA. You have the power to influence how your genetic blueprint is expressed. Every meal you eat, every step you take, every hour you sleep is a message you are sending to your body, instructing it on how to behave. When you choose to eat a fresh salad instead of a processed snack, you are telling your cells to build strength and fight inflammation. When you choose to go for a walk instead of sitting on the couch, You are telling your heart and bones to stay strong. These are not small decisions. They are the most important decisions you will make all day. My own family history was not a perfect picture of health. I saw relatives struggle with the very conditions we are told are an inevitable part of aging. But I observed something else too. I saw that the ones who stayed active, who ate simply, and who maintained a positive and engaged outlook on life, seemed to fare much better. It was not a coincidence. They were actively building a healthier reality for themselves, brick by brick, choice by choice. I decided early on that I would be a builder. I would not passively accept the blueprint I was given. I would use the best materials I could find to build a long and sturdy life. So, I urge you to let go of the idea that your future is already written in your genetic code. It is not. Your second 50 years can be a testament to the power of conscious living. It is a fresh chapter, and you hold the pen. Do not let the story of your parents or grandparents become an excuse. Let it be a source of information, a point of awareness, but not a sentence. You have the opportunity, right now, to make choices that will honor your body, protect your mind, and pave the way for a future filled with vitality and independence. The power is, and always has been, in your hands. We have talked about myths and promises. We have discussed the power you hold to shape your own health, regardless of your genes or your current age. Now, the most important part begins. This is not just a collection of interesting ideas to think about. This is an invitation. It is a personal invitation from me to you to embark on a journey toward a longer, healthier, and more joyful life. It is a path that I have walked for a century, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that the destination is worth every single step. The journey does not begin tomorrow, or next week, or on New Year's Day. It begins now. The first step on any great journey is often the smallest and simplest. It is the decision to begin. It is the commitment you make to yourself in this very moment that you are worthy of good health. It is the belief that it is not too late to change. I have seen people in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s transform their lives by embracing these simple habits. The body has an incredible desire to heal and be well. All it asks is that you give it a chance. It asks for clean water, for gentle movement, for real food, and for restorative rest. These are not burdensome requests. They are acts of kindness to yourself. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Picture the person you want to be in 10, 20, or even 30 years from now. Do you see someone who is active, who can travel, play with their grandchildren, and enjoy their hobbies without being limited by their health? Do you see someone with a sharp mind and a light heart? That person is not a distant dream. That person is waiting for you at the other end of the choices you start making today. Every glass of water you drink, every short walk you take, is a step closer to becoming that vibrant, healthy version of yourself. This is the power you have. This essay is my attempt to give you the map that has guided me. In the sections that follow, we will walk this path together, exploring each pillar of health in detail. I will share not just the what, but the how and the why. We will move beyond theory and into practical, actionable steps that you can easily integrate into your life. Consider me your guide on this new adventure. There is no judgment here, only encouragement. There's no perfection required, only consistency. The greatest gift you can give yourself and your loved ones is your own well-being. Let's take that first step together, right now. The journey to your 100-year life has already begun. If I had to choose only one habit, one single secret to a long and healthy life, it would be this: walk every day. It sounds almost too simple to be true, doesn't it? In our modern world, we are sold complex workout routines and expensive gym memberships. We are led to believe that to be healthy we must push our bodies to their limits, but the wisdom of a century has taught me that gentleness and consistency are far more powerful than intensity and strain. Walking is the most natural form of movement for the human, body. It is the foundation upon which all other aspects of physical health are built. Think about it. For thousands of years, walking was not exercise, it was just life. It was how we found our food, visited our neighbors, and explored the world. Our bodies are designed for it. Every part of you, from your bones and muscles to your heart and mind, is made to walk. When we neglect this fundamental movement, things begin to go wrong. Our joints stiffen, our muscles weaken, and our energy fades. Reclaiming the simple habit of a daily walk is like returning home to your own body. It is a gentle awakening, a reminder of the strength and resilience you naturally possess. It is the first and most crucial pillar of lasting vitality. My own daily walk has been my most faithful companion for over 90 years. It has not always been a long or fast journey. On some days, it was a brisk stroll through the woods, feeling the crunch of leaves under my feet. On other days, especially as I grew older, it was a slow, deliberate walk around my garden, simply feeling the air on my skin. The distance and the speed were never the most important part. The most important part was showing up for it, every single day. It was a non-negotiable appointment with myself, a promise I made to my own well-being. This simple act anchored my days and sustained my health through every season of life. I am not asking you to run a marathon or climb a mountain. I am asking you to simply put on your shoes and step outside your door. Start with just 10 or 15 minutes. Walk around your block. Find a nearby park. The goal is not to exhaust yourself, but to invigorate yourself. It is to get your blood flowing, your lungs working, and your mind clearing. This gentle, consistent movement is a powerful signal to your body. It says, I am alive, I am strong, and I intend to keep moving for a long, long time. This is the first pillar. It is the solid ground upon which you will build your new, healthier life. A daily walk is so much more than just a way to burn calories or count steps on a device. It is a form of communication. It is a quiet, daily conversation you have with your own body. As you walk, you begin to notice things. You notice the rhythm of your own breath. You feel the gentle work of your muscles in your legs and your core. You might notice a small ache in your knee or a tightness in your hip. This is not a bad thing. This is your body speaking to you. It is giving you valuable information about what it needs. It is telling you where you need to be more gentle or where you might need to stretch. In our busy lives, we often ignore these subtle signals until they become loud screams of pain or illness. We override our body's quiet requests for rest or movement because we are too distracted or feel we don't have the time. The daily walk creates a dedicated space to listen. It is a time to tune out the noise of the world and tune into the wisdom of your physical self. As I walked through the decades, my body told me many stories. It told me when I was carrying too much stress in my shoulders. It told me when I needed to drink more water. It told me when a good night's sleep had truly restored me. By listening in this way, you develop a deeper partnership with your body. You stop treating it like a machine that you command and start treating it like a trusted friend that you care for. This changes everything. When you feel a stiffness in your back, your walk might become slower and more deliberate, focusing on posture. If you feel full of energy, your walk might become more brisk and lively. You learn to adapt and respond to your body's needs in real time. This responsive care is what prevents small issues from becoming chronic problems. It is proactive health at its simplest and most profound. So as you begin your walking practice, I encourage you to leave your headphones behind, at least at first. Put your phone away. The goal is not to distract yourself from the walk, but to be fully present for it. Listen to the sound of your footsteps on the pavement. Feel the air as it enters and leaves your lungs. Pay attention to the sensations in your feet, your legs, your back. What is your body trying to tell you today? This practice of mindful walking transforms a simple, physical exercise into a moving meditation, a daily act of deep self-awareness and self-care that nourishes both body and soul. When you commit to a daily walk, you set in motion a beautiful symphony of positive changes within your body. The effects are not limited to just one area, they ripple outwards, touching every system and organ, creating a cascade of well-being. The most immediate and obvious benefit is to your physical structure. Your leg muscles grow stronger, which helps to support your joints, especially your knees and hips. Your bones respond to the gentle impact of walking by becoming denser and more resilient, which is your best defense against the frailty and fractures that many people fear as they age. But the music doesn't stop there. Your heart, the tireless drummer of your body, grows stronger and more efficient. With each walk, you are training it to pump blood more effectively, which helps to lower your blood pressure and improve circulation to every part of your body. This includes your brain. Increased blood flow to the brain delivers more oxygen and nutrients, which has been shown to improve memory, sharpen focus, and even help grow new brain cells. Many people think that mental decline is inevitable, but a simple daily walk is one of the most powerful tools. You have to keep your mind clear and bright for years to come. The symphony continues in ways you might not expect. Walking helps to regulate your blood sugar, which is crucial for preventing and managing type 2 diabetes. It also aids in digestion by gently stimulating your abdominal organs, and it has a profound effect on your mood. The rhythmic motion of walking, combined with exposure to fresh air and natural light, helps to release endorphins, your body's natural mood elevators. A walk can melt away the stress of the day, ease feelings of anxiety, and lift a heavy spirit. I've always found that no matter what troubles were on my mind, they always seemed smaller and more manageable after my walk. Finally, walking is essential for a good night's sleep. The physical activity during the day, especially when done outdoors in natural light, helps to set your body's internal clock, also known as your circadian rhythm. It helps your body understand the natural cycle of day and night. When evening comes, your body is more prepared for rest. I have found that on the days I take my walk, my sleep is deeper and more restorative. It's all connected. The simple act of walking orchestrates a beautiful harmony of health throughout your entire being, creating a foundation of strength and balance that lasts a lifetime. Knowing the benefits of walking is one thing, making it a lasting habit is another. The biggest mistake I see people make is trying to do too much, too soon. They get inspired, buy new gear, and go for a long, grueling walk. The next day they are sore, tired, and discouraged. The secret to consistency is to start small, to start gently. Your goal for the first week is not to achieve a certain distance or speed. Your only goal is to put on your shoes and walk for 10 minutes every day. That's it. Anyone can do that. This builds the foundation of the habit itself, the simple act of showing up. Once you have completed a week of 10-minute walks, you can begin to slowly extend the time. Add just 5 minutes to your walk each week. In the second week, you will walk for 15 minutes. In the third, 20 minutes. This gradual progression allows your body to adapt without strain or injury. It makes the process feel easy and achievable. Before you know it, you will be comfortably walking for 30 minutes or more each day. It will no longer feel like a chore, but a natural and enjoyable part of your routine. Remember, we are not in a race. We are cultivating a practice for the rest of our lives. The key to staying with it is to make it as enjoyable as possible. Find a route that you love. Maybe it is a quiet, tree-lined street in your neighborhood, a path through a local park, or a track at a nearby school. The scenery can make a huge difference. You can also listen to calming music or an interesting podcast if that helps you, though I still recommend some time for quiet, mindful walking. Some people find it helpful to walk with a friend or a family member. This adds a wonderful social element and a layer of accountability. My wife and I walked together for over 60 years, and those were some of the most precious moments of our days. Finally, be kind to yourself. There will be days when you are tired, or the weather is bad, or life simply gets in the way. On those days, do not give up entirely. Just do what you can. Even a 5-minute walk inside your home is better than nothing. The goal is to maintain the rhythm, the unbroken chain of the habit. Do not let one missed day become 2, and then a week. Just get back to it the very next day, with no guilt or judgment. This is not about perfection, it is about persistence. By starting small, progressing slowly, and being kind to yourself, you can build a walking habit that will serve you faithfully for decades to come. After the gentle power of movement comes the second great pillar of a long and healthy life, the deep nourishment of simple, natural foods. Just as walking is the most fundamental form of movement, eating real food is the most fundamental form of medicine. For most of my life, the food I ate was not complicated. It came from a garden, a farm, or a local market. It did not come from a box with a long list of ingredients I could not pronounce. Our bodies have evolved over millennia to thrive on these simple foods. Fresh vegetables, ripe fruits, whole grains, beans, nuts, and seeds. In today's world, we are surrounded by an overwhelming amount of choices. The grocery stores are filled with brightly packaged products that promise convenience and taste. But these processed foods are often stripped of their natural nutrients and filled with added sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial chemicals. They are designed to be addictive, not to be nourishing. When our diet consists mainly of these foods, our bodies become starved of the real building blocks they need to repair themselves, to fight off illness, and to produce energy. This is why a return to simple, whole foods is one of the most powerful changes you can make for your health. Think of your food as information. Every bite you take is a message you send to your cells. A piece of fresh broccoli sends a message of anti-inflammation and detoxification. A handful of almonds sends a message of healthy fats and minerals to build strong cell membranes. A processed cookie, on the other hand, sends a message of sugar and chemical stress, forcing your body to work overtime to manage the burden. Over years and decades, the sum of these messages determines the health of your entire system. Choosing to eat simple, natural foods is like choosing to send your body messages of health, strength, and vitality, meal after meal. This does not mean you can never again enjoy a piece of cake at a birthday party. A healthy life is not about deprivation. It is about balance and foundation. It is about making sure that the vast majority of your meals, perhaps 90% of them, are made from these life-giving natural ingredients. When your body is consistently well-nourished with real food, it is much more resilient and can easily handle an occasional treat. The goal is not to be perfect, but to create a strong baseline of deep nourishment that supports your health from the inside out. This is the second pillar, and it is just as crucial as the first. So, what does it mean to eat from the earth? Well, it means choosing foods that are as close to their natural state as possible. A simple rule I have followed is this: if it grew on a plant, eat it. If it was made in a plant, avoid it. This simple distinction can guide you through any grocery store. Look for the foods that are on the outer aisles of the store, where the fresh produce, lean meats, and dairy are typically found. Spend most of your time there. The center aisles are often a maze of packaged, processed goods that offer little in the way of true nutrition. Fill your cart with a rainbow of colors from the produce section. Each color in a fruit or vegetable represents different phytonutrients, powerful plant compounds that protect your body from damage. The deep blue of blueberries protects your brain. The bright orange of a carrot protects your eyes. The rich green of spinach and kale builds your blood and strengthens your bones. You do not need to memorize the name of every vitamin or antioxidant. Just remember to eat a wide variety of colors every day. Think of it as painting a masterpiece of health on your plate. I always tried to have at least 3 different colors in every meal. It is a simple visual way to ensure you are getting a broad spectrum of nutrients. Eating from the earth also means embracing the foods your great-grandparents would have recognized. Things like beans, lentils, and whole grains like oats and brown rice. These are humble, inexpensive foods, but they are nutritional powerhouses. They are packed with fiber, which is essential for a healthy digestive system and for keeping you feeling full and satisfied. They provide a slow, steady release of energy, unlike the sharp spike and crash you get from sugary, refined carbohydrates. For much of my life, a simple bowl of oatmeal for breakfast or a hearty soup with beans and vegetables for lunch was the fuel that powered my day. You do not need to become a vegetarian to eat this way, but it is wise to let plants be the star of your plate. Think of meat as a side dish, not the main event. When you do eat meat, choose good quality, lean sources. The same goes for fish, which provides wonderful, healthy fats. But the foundation of your diet, the bulk of what you eat at every meal, should be these simple, beautiful foods that come directly from the soil. This is not a trendy diet. It is a timeless way of eating that has sustained healthy human populations for centuries. It is a return to a way of eating that honors the wisdom of nature and the true needs of your body. One of the most important shifts you can make for your health is to see your kitchen not as a place of chores, but as your own personal pharmacy. The simple act of cooking your own meals is a revolutionary act of self-care in our world of fast food and takeout. When you cook, you have complete control over what goes into your body. You control the amount of salt, the amount of sugar, and the type of fats you use. You can choose the freshest ingredients and combine them in ways that are both delicious and deeply healing. This control is something you give away every time you eat a meal prepared by someone else. Cooking does not need to be complicated or time-consuming. My meals have always been simple. A piece of baked fish with some steamed vegetables and a small portion of brown rice. A large salad filled with greens, beans, nuts, and a simple olive oil dressing. A vegetable soup that could simmer on the stove for an hour with very little effort. The key is to learn a few basic techniques and have a pantry stocked with healthy staples. Things like olive oil, vinegar, herbs and spices, canned beans, and whole grains. With these on hand, you can always put together a healthy and satisfying meal in minutes. Learn to love herbs and spices. They are nature's flavor enhancers and potent medicines. Turmeric is a powerful anti-inflammatory. Garlic is wonderful for your heart and immune system. Ginger can soothe an upset stomach. Cinnamon can help regulate your blood sugar. By adding these generously to your cooking, you not only make your food taste better, but you also infuse it with healing properties. This is what I mean by the kitchen as a pharmacy. Every pinch of oregano or dash of cumin is like a small dose of medicine that you are giving yourself, building your health from the inside out, one delicious meal at a time. I encourage you to rediscover the joy of cooking. Put on some music. Involve your spouse or a friend. Teach your grandchildren how to make a simple, healthy dish. Turn it from a task into a creative and mindful practice. The time you invest in preparing your own food is one of the greatest investments you will ever make in your long-term health and independence. You are not just making dinner, you are actively creating the vibrant health that will carry you through your later years. You're taking your well-being back into your own hands, and there is no pill or prescription more powerful than that. In my 100 years, I have seen countless diets come and go, low-fat, low-carb, high-protein, and a dozen others. Each one promises to be the final answer, yet they are often restrictive, complicated, and difficult to sustain. The secret to a lifetime of healthy eating is not to be on a diet. It is to adopt a mindful and joyful approach to food. This means paying attention not just to what you eat, but how you eat. In our fast-paced world, we often eat while distracted, in front of the television, at our desks, or on the go. We barely taste our food, and we miss the signals our body sends us when it is full. A mindful approach begins with slowing down. Before you take your first bite, take a moment to look at your food. Notice the colors, the textures, and the aroma. Express a moment of gratitude for the nourishment it is about to provide. This simple pause changes your relationship with the meal. It shifts you from a state of mindless consumption to one of conscious appreciation. Then, chew your food thoroughly. Your digestion begins in your mouth, and chewing well makes the whole process easier on your system. It also gives your brain the 20 minutes it needs to register that you are full, preventing overeating. Listen to your body's innate wisdom. Eat when you are truly hungry, and stop when you are comfortably satisfied, not stuffed. We are often taught to clean our plates, but it's more important to listen to your body's signals of satiety. This is a skill that can be relearned. It requires you to be present during your meal, paying attention to how your stomach feels. As you eat, notice how the food makes you feel. Do you feel energized and light after a meal, or heavy and sluggish? Your body is a brilliant guide, and it will tell you which foods serve it well and which do not, if you are willing to listen. This mindful approach takes the stress and guilt out of eating. There are no good foods or bad foods, only choices. When you choose to eat a simple, home-cooked meal, you can savor every bite, knowing you are nourishing yourself deeply. When you choose to have a slice of pie on a special occasion, you can also savor it without guilt, because it is a conscious choice and not a mindless habit. This balanced, joyful, and attentive way of eating is sustainable for a lifetime. It is not a diet you go on and off of, it is simply the way you live, fostering a peaceful and healthy relationship with the food that sustains you. We have talked about moving our bodies and nourishing them with real food. Now, we arrive at the third pillar, which is about how we begin our day. The first hour after you wake up is a special sacred time. It sets the tone for everything that follows. If you start your day in a frantic rush, with stress and anxiety, that feeling often follows you like a shadow until bedtime. But if you begin your day with calm, intention, and quiet purpose, you create a foundation of peace that can carry you through any challenges that may arise. This is the power of a morning ritual. It is a conscious choice to start your day on your own terms. A morning ritual doesn't have to be long or complicated. It is simply a sequence of small, positive actions that you perform consistently every morning before the demands of the world rush in. For me, it has never been about checking emails or watching the news first thing. Those things can wait. The morning is for me. It is for my body and my mind. It is a time to gently awaken, to hydrate, and to prepare myself for the day ahead. This practice has been an anchor in my life, a source of stability and strength through all the changing seasons of my 100 years. It is a gift you give to yourself each and every day. Think of your morning as a blank page in a book. You have the power to write the first sentence. Will it be a sentence of chaos and reaction, or will it be one of peace and intention? By creating a simple ritual, you take control of the narrative. You become the author of your day, rather than a character reacting to events. This sense of control is incredibly important for our mental well-being, especially as we get older and face changes that can sometimes feel beyond our control. Your morning ritual is a space where you are in charge, a predictable and comforting start to an unpredictable world. In the sections that follow, I will share the simple components of the morning ritual that has served me so well. We will talk about the importance of starting with quiet, the magic of hydration before anything else, and the benefit of gentle movement to wake up the body. These are not rigid rules. They are suggestions, ideas for you to build your own personal ritual, one that feels right for you. The goal is to create a practice that you look forward to, a peaceful harbor that you can return to every single morning. This is the third pillar, and it is the key to starting every day with vitality and grace. The very first part of my morning ritual is something that requires no effort at all. It is the simple act of being quiet. Before I even get out of bed, I take just a few minutes to lie there and simply breathe. I listen to the sound of my own breath. I feel the gentle rise and fall of my chest. I notice the soft light filtering in through the window. I do not think about my to-do list for the day. I do not worry about what happened yesterday. I just allow myself to be present in the moment, to fully arrive in the new day. This small act of stillness is profoundly calming. In our modern world, we are conditioned to jump out of bed and immediately start doing. Our minds are already racing, planning, and worrying before our feet even touch the floor. We check our phones for messages and news, instantly flooding our brains with information and other people's demands. This is a recipe for anxiety. It trains our nervous system to be in a state of high alert from the moment we wake up. By choosing to start with quiet instead, you are sending a different message to your body and mind. You are saying, peace comes first. My well-being comes first. This quiet time is also a moment for gratitude. As I lie there, I often think of one or two simple things I am grateful for. The comfort of my bed, the sound of birds outside my window, the fact that I have been given another day of life. This is not a grand or dramatic exercise. It is a simple, humble acknowledgement of the good things in my life. Starting the day with a feeling of gratitude, rather than a feeling of lack or obligation, completely changes your perspective. It frames the entire day in a more positive light, making you more resilient to stress and more open to joy. I invite you to try this tomorrow morning. Before you do anything else, give yourself just 5 minutes of quiet. You can lie in bed or sit in a comfortable chair. Do not turn on the television or look at your phone. Just be still. Breathe. Notice the world around you. Let a feeling of gratitude wash over you. This simple, no-cost habit can have a radical impact on your mental and emotional health. It is the first, most important step in your morning ritual, creating a calm and centered state from which to begin your day. It is an act of deep kindness to yourself. After my few minutes of quiet, the very next thing I do before anything else passes my lips is drink a large glass of water. This is perhaps the most practical and physically beneficial part of my morning ritual. Think about it. You have just gone 6, 7, or 8 hours without any hydration. Your body is in a state of dehydration when you wake up, even if you do not feel particularly thirsty. Your cells, your organs, and your brain are all crying out for water to function properly. Giving your body a glass of water first thing in the morning is like giving a thirsty plant a drink after a long, dry night. Many people reach for coffee as soon as they get out of bed. I enjoy a cup of coffee myself, but I always have it after my water. Coffee is a diuretic, which means it can make you lose more fluid. Starting with coffee can actually make your morning dehydration worse. Water, on the other hand, goes to work immediately to rehydrate your entire system. It helps to flush out toxins that your body has been processing during the night. It kickstarts your metabolism, gently waking up your digestive system. It can even help to reduce feelings of grogginess and fatigue, giving you a natural energy boost. The habit is simple to create. Before you go to bed each night, place a glass of water on your bedside table. That way, it is the first thing you see when you wake up. It is right there, waiting for you. A visual reminder of your commitment to your health. I prefer my water at room temperature, as it is less of a shock to the system first thing in the morning, but you should drink it at whatever temperature you enjoy. The important part is just to do it. Make it an automatic, non-negotiable part of your morning, just like brushing your teeth. This simple act of drinking water before coffee has a cumulative effect. Day after day, you're starting your day in a state of hydration rather than deficit. This helps your skin stay clearer, your joints feel more lubricated, and your mind think more clearly. It is such a small change to make, yet it has profound benefits for your overall health. It is a perfect example of the kind of simple, powerful habits I have built my life upon. You are not adding a complicated supplement. You are just giving your body the most essential nutrient it needs at the time it needs it most. After my quiet time and my glass of water, the next step in my morning ritual is to gently wake up my body. As we get older, it is common to wake up feeling a bit stiff. The joints are less lubricated, and the muscles are tight from a night of stillness. Honestly, the worst thing you can do is jump out of bed and immediately rush into your day. This can lead to strains or even injury. The best thing you can do is to take just a few minutes to move your body gently and intentionally, inviting it to awaken slowly and safely. This prepares you for the day's activities, whether that is a walk, gardening, or playing with grandchildren. My morning movement routine is not an intense workout. It is a series of simple stretches that I can do right by my bedside. I start by gently rotating my ankles and wrists in circles, both clockwise and counterclockwise. This simple movement brings fluid and circulation to these important joints. Then, while sitting on the edge of the bed, I slowly drop my chin to my chest to stretch the back of my neck, and then gently tilt my head from side to side, stretching the muscles along the sides of my neck. I never force anything. I just move to the point of a gentle stretch. Next, I stand up and do a few gentle shoulder rolls, backwards and then forwards, to release the tension that often builds up there during sleep. I might reach my arms up towards the ceiling for a full body stretch, and then slowly bend forward from the hips, letting my upper body hang for a moment to lengthen my spine and hamstrings. I might do a few gentle cat-cow stretches, arching and rounding my back, to bring movement to my spine. The entire routine takes no more than 5 to 10 minutes, but it makes a world of difference in how my body feels for the rest of the day. This practice of gentle morning movement helps to lubricate your joints, increase blood flow to your muscles, and improve your flexibility. It is a message to your body that says, "Good morning, it's time to get ready for the day." It reduces stiffness, eases aches, and makes all subsequent movement feel easier and more fluid. It is another small investment of time that pays huge dividends in physical comfort and capability. Find a few simple stretches that feel good for your body and make them a non-negotiable part of your morning. It is a beautiful way to honor your physical self each and every day. Now we come to our fourth pillar, a source of health and vitality that is all around us, free for the taking. I am talking about the sun. For much of human history, our lives were deeply connected to the cycles of the sun. We rose with it, we worked under its light, and we went to rest when it set. In our modern lives, many of us spend our days indoors, under artificial lights, disconnected from this powerful natural source of energy. I believe that reconnecting with the sun, in a safe and sensible way, is a crucial component of a long and healthy life. Sunlight is not just light, it is information and energy for your body. From a very young age, I was taught to respect and appreciate the sun. My days were spent largely outdoors, and I learned that a little bit of sun on my skin made me feel stronger and happier. As I have grown older, I have made it a point to get some direct sunlight every single day, if possible. This is often part of my daily walk. I make sure that for at least a portion of that walk, my arms and face are exposed to the sun, without sunscreen. This short, intentional exposure is like charging a battery. It provides my body with a vital nutrient that cannot be easily obtained from food. Of course, we have all been warned about the dangers of too much sun exposure, and that is very important advice. I am not advocating for spending hours baking in the midday sun, or getting a sunburn. That is clearly harmful. I am talking about short, regular doses of sensible sun exposure. The key is to find the right balance for your skin type and your location. For many people, just 10 to 20 minutes of sun on their arms and legs a few times a week is enough to reap the incredible benefits without increasing risk. It is about being mindful and intentional, not reckless. This pillar is about reclaiming a natural partnership that humans have had for millennia. We are creatures of the sun. Our bodies are designed to interact with its light. When we deprive ourselves of this interaction completely, we miss out on a fundamental source of well-being. By learning to embrace the sun's energy in a smart and balanced way, we can support our physical health, boost our mood, and align ourselves with the natural rhythms of the world. It is a simple, powerful, and often overlooked secret to feeling alive and vibrant at any age. The feeling of the sun's warmth on your skin is pleasant, but the benefits go far deeper than that. The most well-known benefit of sunlight is its ability to produce vitamin D in our bodies. When the sun's ultraviolet B or UVB rays strike our skin, they trigger a chemical reaction that creates this essential nutrient. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin for this reason. It is incredibly difficult to get enough of it from food alone. This vitamin is crucial for building and maintaining strong bones because it helps our bodies absorb calcium. A deficiency in vitamin D is a major cause of osteoporosis and brittle bones in older adults. But the role of vitamin D does not stop with our bones. Modern science is discovering that it acts more like a hormone in the body, influencing thousands of different functions. It plays a vital role in regulating our immune system, helping our bodies fight off infections from viruses and bacteria. I have always felt that my regular time in the sun helped me stay healthy through the cold and flu season. Research now supports this, showing that people with adequate vitamin D levels tend to have stronger immune responses. It is a key player in keeping your body's natural defense system in top working order. Furthermore, vitamin D is essential for muscle function. Adequate levels can help improve muscle strength and balance, which is incredibly important for preventing falls as we age. A fall can be a life-altering event for an older person, and anything we can do to maintain our strength and stability is a worthwhile investment. The sun is a powerful ally in this effort. The combination of walking to strengthen muscles and getting sunlight to support their function is a one-two punch for maintaining mobility and independence for years to come. The science is clear. Sunlight is a potent form of medicine. It provides a nutrient that is fundamental to bone health, immune function, and muscle strength. While supplements can help, the vitamin D our bodies produce from sun exposure is often considered more effective and is utilized more efficiently. By embracing short, regular periods of sensible sun exposure, you are doing more than just getting a tan. You are providing your body with a critical building block for long-term health, resilience, and strength directly from the most powerful natural source available to us. Embracing the sun's energy requires a sensible and intelligent approach. The goal is to get the benefits without the risks. The key principle is to avoid ever getting a sunburn. A sunburn is a sign of significant skin damage and increases your risk of skin cancer. The amount of sun exposure needed is surprisingly small, and it varies depending on several factors: the time of day, the time of year, your geographic location, and your skin type. A little bit of knowledge and self-awareness is all you need to make this a safe and healthy practice for life. The best time to get your dose of sun is generally during the middle of the day when the sun is highest in the sky. This is when the UVB rays, the ones that produce vitamin D, are most intense. It may sound counterintuitive, but this means you need less time in the sun to get the benefit. In the summer months, for a fair-skinned person, as little as 10 to 15 minutes of sun on the arms and legs can be sufficient. People with darker skin have more natural melanin, which acts as a protective filter, so they may need a bit longer, perhaps 20 to 30 minutes, to produce the same amount of vitamin D. It is important to listen to your body and know your own skin. Start with just 5 minutes of direct sun exposure and see how your skin reacts. The goal is to get just enough sun so that if you stayed out much longer, your skin might start to turn slightly pink. You want to go inside or cover up long before that happens. During these short exposures, it is important to expose a significant area of skin, like your arms and legs, not just your face and hands. After your short intentional sunbath, you should then practice sun safety by seeking shade, wearing protective clothing, or applying a good quality sunscreen if you plan to be outdoors for longer. This balanced approach is the key. It is not about avoiding the sun entirely, nor is it about baking in it irresponsibly. It is about using it strategically as a tool for health. Think of it as a prescription from nature, a small measured dose taken regularly. For me, this has often meant rolling up my sleeves and pant legs during the middle portion of my daily walk. It is an easy way to integrate this practice into a habit you are already building. By being mindful and consistent, You can safely harness the sun's incredible power to fortify your body for the long journey ahead. Beyond the physical production of vitamin D, sunlight has another profound and immediate effect. It brightens our mood. Have you ever noticed how a sunny day can lift your spirits? This is not just your imagination. Exposure to bright natural light is one of the most powerful, natural antidepressants available to us. When sunlight enters our eyes, it stimulates the production of serotonin in our brain. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that is often called the feel-good chemical. It helps to promote feelings of well-being, calmness, and happiness. This is why a simple walk outdoors on a sunny day can do more for a low mood than hours spent inside. It is a direct biological intervention. In my own life, I have always found the sun to be a reliable friend in times of sadness or worry. When I felt a heaviness in my heart, a walk in the sunshine would almost always bring a sense of relief and a more hopeful perspective. This connection between light and mood is very real. It is a simple tool we can use to manage the natural emotional ups and downs of life, helping to keep our minds as healthy as our bodies. Sunlight also plays a crucial role in regulating our sleep cycles, which is deeply connected to our mood. Exposure to bright light in the morning is a powerful signal to our internal body clock, the circadian rhythm. It tells our brain, it's daytime, be awake and alert. This helps to anchor our natural rhythm, which in turn allows our brain to produce melatonin, the sleep hormone, at the right time in the evening. A well-regulated circadian rhythm leads to better sleep, and better sleep leads to a more stable and positive mood. It is a virtuous cycle, and it all starts with that dose of morning light. So when you step outside for your daily dose of sun, know that you are doing something wonderful for your mind as well as your body. You are not just building strong bones, you are building a more resilient and cheerful spirit. You are regulating your sleep, boosting your serotonin, and connecting with a natural rhythm that is deeply soothing to the human soul. This is why I've always preferred to exercise outdoors rather than in a gym. The combination of movement, fresh air, and sunlight is a holistic therapy that nourishes every part of your being. It is one of nature's greatest gifts, waiting for you just outside your door. We have tended to our bodies with movement, nourished them with simple food, and greeted each day with intention and sunlight. Now we must turn our attention inward, to a force that can quietly undermine all our other efforts. This is the fifth pillar, learning to manage stress. In my century of life, I have seen that stress is an unavoidable part of the human experience. There will always be worries, challenges, and moments of uncertainty. The secret to a long and healthy life is not to avoid stress entirely, but to learn how to navigate it, how to keep it from taking over your mind and body. Unmanaged stress is like a slow poison. Chronic stress puts your body in a constant state of fight or flight. It floods your system with hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which are useful in a true emergency but deeply damaging when they are elevated day after day. This constant state of high alert raises your blood pressure, weakens your immune system, disrupts your sleep, and contributes to anxiety and depression. It is like keeping the engine of a car running at its highest speed all the time. Eventually, parts begin to wear out and break down. Taming the tides of stress is essential if you want your body and mind to last for the long journey. Many people believe that stress is just a mental or emotional issue, but its effects are profoundly physical. I have known people who ate well and exercised, yet they seemed to age quickly, burdened by constant worry. Their minds were never at rest, and their bodies paid the price. Learning to find calm amidst the storms of life is not a luxury. It is a fundamental component of health, just as important as diet or exercise. It is a skill, and like any skill, it can be learned and practiced at any age. It is a conscious choice to protect your inner peace. In the following sections, we will explore simple, practical ways to reduce the impact of stress on your life. We will not talk about eliminating all your problems, but about changing your relationship with them. We will discuss the power of mindset, the importance of creating moments of sanctuary in your day, and the most immediate tool you have for calming your nervous system. Your own breath. This pillar is about building an inner resilience, a quiet strength that allows you to bend without breaking, no matter what life brings your way. It is the art of protecting your own tranquility. The foundation of managing stress begins in the mind. It's really rooted in the simple, yet profound, art of letting go. Throughout our lives, we accumulate so many burdens that we carry with us every single day. We carry regrets about the past, dwelling on mistakes made or words left unsaid. We carry anxieties about the future, worrying about things that have not happened and, honestly, may never happen. These mental burdens are incredibly heavy. They consume our energy and steal our peace. A long life has taught me that one of the most important skills for happiness is learning what to hold on to and what to release. Letting go of the past does not mean forgetting it. It means making peace with it. It means accepting that you did the best you could with the knowledge you had at the time. You cannot change what has happened. Replaying old grievances or failures in your mind only serves to poison your present moment. Forgiveness both of others and of yourself is a powerful act of release. It is not about condoning a past wrong, it is about freeing yourself from the weight of carrying it. When you forgive, you are the one who receives the greatest gift. You reclaim the energy that was being spent on resentment and regret. Similarly, we must learn to let go of our constant worry about the future. Most of the things I worried about in my life never came to pass. Worry is the act of paying interest on a debt you may not even owe. Instead of worrying, I learned to focus on what I could control in the present moment. I could control my actions today. I could choose to take my walk, to eat a healthy meal, to be kind to someone. By focusing my energy on the present, the future often took care of itself. This shift from worrying to doing is a powerful antidote to anxiety and a cornerstone of a peaceful mind. This mindset is a practice, not a perfect state. There will be days when you find yourself caught in old regrets or future fears. That is human. The practice is to gently notice when this is happening and guide your attention back to the present. Ask yourself, is there anything I can do about this right now? If the answer is yes, then take a small step. If the answer is no, then give yourself permission to release it, just for this moment. This art of letting go is a daily cultivation of inner peace, clearing the mental space for joy, gratitude, and presence to flourish. While changing your mindset is crucial, it is also important to create practical, tangible moments of calm in your daily life. I call these moments sanctuaries. A sanctuary is a time or a place where you deliberately disconnect from the noise and demands of the world and reconnect with yourself. It is a scheduled appointment with peace. In our busy lives, if we do not intentionally create these moments, they will not happen. They get squeezed out by endless to-do lists and distractions. You must protect this time for your well-being as fiercely as you would protect any other important appointment. A sanctuary can be many things. For many years, my daily walk was my sanctuary. It was a time when I was unreachable, alone with my thoughts and the rhythm of my footsteps. For you, it might be spending 20 minutes in your garden, feeling the soil in your hands. It could be listening to a piece of beautiful music with your eyes closed, giving it your full attention. It might be the simple ritual of making and sipping a cup of herbal tea without doing anything else at the same time. The activity itself is less important than the intention behind it. To consciously step away from stress. The key is to engage your senses in something pleasant and calming. This helps to pull your mind out of the cycle of worry and into the present moment. If you are gardening, notice the texture of the leaves and the smell of the earth. If you are listening to music, let the melodies wash over you. If you are sipping tea, notice its warmth and its flavor. This sensory engagement is a form of mindfulness, and it is incredibly effective at quieting a racing mind. Your sanctuary does not need to be long. Even 10 or 15 minutes of dedicated calm can be enough to reset your entire nervous system. I encourage you to identify what your sanctuary could be. What is an activity that brings you a sense of simple, quiet joy? Once you have identified it, schedule it into your day. Put it on your calendar if you must. Treat it as a non-negotiable part of your self-care routine. This is not selfish, it is essential. By regularly filling your own cup, you ensure that you have the strength and patience to handle the stresses of life and to be there for the people you love. Building these small islands of peace into your daily life is a powerful strategy for long-term emotional and physical health. There will be moments when stress arises suddenly. A difficult phone call, a piece of bad news, or a moment of frustration can instantly send your heart racing and your mind spinning. In these moments, you may not be able to go for a walk or retreat to your sanctuary. You need a tool that is immediate, portable, and always available to you. That tool is your own breath. The way you breathe has a direct and powerful influence on your nervous system. When you are stressed, your breathing becomes shallow and rapid. By consciously changing your breath, you can send a powerful signal of calm to your entire body. The technique is incredibly simple. I have used it thousands of times over the decades. When you feel stress rising, the first step is to simply notice it. Acknowledge the feeling without judgment. Then, you consciously shift your attention to your breath. You can do this with your eyes open or closed, wherever you are. No one even needs to know you are doing it. The most calming way to breathe is to make your exhalation longer than your inhalation. This activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is your body's natural rest and digest response, the opposite of fight or flight. Here is a simple way to practice it. Inhale gently through your nose for a count of 4. Hold the breath for a moment. Then, exhale slowly and completely through your mouth or nose for a count of 6 or even 8. Really focus on the feeling of the air leaving your body, as if you are releasing the tension with it. Repeat this cycle just 3 or 4 times. You will be amazed at how quickly it can slow your racing heart and clear your mind. It is like an emergency brake for stress. It brings you out of the panic of the moment and back into your body. This is a tool you can use anywhere, anytime. You can use it when you are stuck in traffic. You can use it before a difficult conversation. You can use it if you wake up with anxiety in the middle of the night. Your breath is a faithful anchor, always there to bring you back to a state of calm. I urge you to practice this when you are not stressed, so it becomes a familiar and automatic response when you are. Just a few minutes of this conscious breathing each day can train your nervous system to be more resilient, making you less reactive to the small stresses of daily life. If daily walking is the foundation of physical health, then sleep is the foundation of our recovery and renewal. We now arrive at the 6th pillar, mastering the art of restorative sleep. In our culture that praises productivity and constant activity, sleep is often the first thing we sacrifice. We see it as a waste of time, an inconvenience to be shortened. This is a profound and dangerous misunderstanding. Sleep is not a passive state of shutdown. It is an active and essential period during which your body and brain perform their most critical repair work. It is during sleep that your body heals, your mind consolidates memories, and your spirit is restored. Think of sleep as the night crew that comes in to clean and repair a busy workshop after a long day. During deep sleep, your body repairs muscle tissue, your immune system clears out pathogens, and your organs get a chance to rest. At the same time, your brain is hard at work. It is like a librarian, sorting and filing the experiences of the day, deciding what to keep as a memory and what to discard. It also performs a crucial cleansing process, washing away toxic metabolic byproducts that accumulate during your waking hours. This brainwashing process is vital for preventing cognitive decline. When we consistently fail to get enough quality sleep, this critical repair work is left undone. The workshop becomes cluttered and broken. Physically, this leads to a weakened immune system, increased inflammation, and a higher risk for nearly every chronic disease, from heart disease to diabetes. Mentally, it leads to poor memory, difficulty concentrating, and emotional instability. I can say with certainty that the quality of my sleep has been one of the most significant factors in my long-term health and mental clarity. I have always protected my sleep as if it were a precious treasure. Good sleep, in our later years, is not a matter of luck, it is a matter of habit. Many people over 50 complain of poor sleep, believing it is an inevitable part of aging. While our sleep patterns can change, it is absolutely possible to get deep, restorative sleep well into your 80s, 90s, and beyond. It requires creating the right conditions and practicing good sleep hygiene, just as we practice good dental hygiene. In the next sections, we will explore the simple, practical steps you can take to invite this magical, restorative process into your life every single night. The quality of your sleep tonight begins with the choices you make this evening. You cannot expect to rush through your day at high speed, work right up until the last minute, and then simply flip a switch and fall into a deep sleep. Your body and mind need time to wind down. They need a clear signal that the day is ending and the time for rest is approaching. This is why creating a sleep-friendly evening ritual is just as important as having a morning ritual. It is a gentle transition from the activity of the day to the calm of the night. My evening ritual has always been simple. It begins about an hour before I plan to go to bed. The first step is to dim the lights in my home. Bright overhead lights, especially the blue light from screens like televisions, computers, and phones, send a powerful daytime signal to your brain. This suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it is time to sleep. By dimming the lights and avoiding screens, you are sending a clear message. The day is over. This is one of the most effective things you can do to support your natural sleep cycle. During this wind-down hour, I engage in quiet, relaxing activities. I might read a book, a real paper book, not on a screen. I might listen to some calm instrumental music. Sometimes my wife and I would just sit and talk quietly about our day. I might take a warm bath, which can be very effective as the subsequent cooling of your body temperature helps to trigger sleepiness. A warm cup of caffeine-free herbal tea, like chamomile or peppermint, can also be a wonderful and comforting part of this routine. The goal is to choose activities that soothe your nervous system, not stimulate it. This evening ritual is your personal invitation to rest. It is a consistent sequence of events that tells your brain, sleep is coming. When you practice the same routine every night, your body learns the cues and begins to anticipate sleep. This makes falling asleep much easier and more natural. Avoid stressful conversations, paying bills, or watching the thrilling news during this final hour. Protect this time as a sanctuary of peace. This simple, conscious transition from day to night is a profound act of self-care that paves the way for a night of deep, healing rest. Once your wind-down ritual has prepared your mind for rest, it is crucial that your bedroom provides the right physical environment for sleep. For most of human history, we slept in environments that were completely dark, quiet, and cool. Our brains are still wired to sleep best under these conditions. I have always thought of the ideal bedroom as a cave, a safe, dark, quiet, and cool sanctuary dedicated to nothing but rest and renewal. Many modern bedrooms are the exact opposite. They are filled with light, noise, and distractions that interfere with our ability to get deep, restorative sleep. The first and most important element is darkness. Even small amounts of light can be detected by your eyelids and disrupt the production of melatonin, leading to lighter, more fragmented sleep. This means making your bedroom as dark as possible. I recommend using blackout curtains or shades to block any light from street lights or the moon. Cover or remove any electronic devices that emit light, such as alarm clocks or charging indicators. If you cannot make your room completely dark, a comfortable sleep mask can be an incredibly effective and simple solution to create your own personal darkness. The second element is quiet. Our ears remain vigilant even when we sleep, and sudden noises can easily pull us out of deeper sleep stages. If you live in a noisy environment, consider using simple, foam earplugs. They are inexpensive and remarkably effective. Another option is a white noise machine or a simple fan, which can create a consistent, soothing sound that masks more disruptive noises like traffic or a snoring partner. The goal is to create a steady, predictable soundscape that allows your brain to fully relax without being on high alert for sudden interruptions. Finally, your bedroom should be cool. Your body's core temperature naturally needs to drop slightly to initiate and maintain sleep. Sleeping in a room that is too warm can interfere with this process. While the ideal temperature varies from person to person, most experts recommend a temperature somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. It is better to have a cool room and use blankets to stay warm than to have a warm room. By creating a bedroom that is dark, quiet, and cool, you are providing your body with the ideal cave-like conditions it needs to perform its nightly magic. So, we have covered the pillars that support our physical and mental health. We have talked about movement, food, stress, and sleep. But, a long life is not just about a healthy body, it's about a happy heart. And this brings us to our final and maybe even most important pillar: the joy of meaningful social connection. Humans are social creatures. We are not meant to live in isolation. Throughout my 100 years, I have seen that the people who live the longest and happiest lives are the ones who are surrounded by love, friendship, and community. These connections are a powerful buffer against stress and a deep source of purpose and joy. Meaningful connection isn't about the number of friends you have on social media or the number of people you know superficially. It's really about the quality of your relationships. It's about having people in your life with whom you can share your joys and your sorrows. It's about having people you can laugh with, people you can count on, and people who count on you. These relationships could be with a spouse, with your children and grandchildren, with old friends, or with neighbors. The feeling of belonging, of being part of a tribe, is a fundamental human need. As we get older, it can become easier to let these connections fade. We may retire from work, our children may move away, and friends may pass on. It really does require a conscious effort to maintain old relationships and to cultivate new ones. I have always made it a point to stay engaged. I joined clubs, volunteered in my community, and made a habit of calling a friend or family member every day just to chat. These small acts of reaching out are investments in your own emotional well-being. They remind you that you are not alone, that you are a valued part of a larger whole. Loneliness has been shown to be as damaging to our health as smoking or obesity. It's a silent epidemic that affects many older adults. The antidote is connection. I urge you to nurture your relationships. Pick up the phone, write a letter, invite a neighbor over for a cup of tea, join a group that shares your interests, whether it's a book club, a walking group, or a choir. Share your wisdom with younger generations. The love you give and the love you receive is the most powerful medicine of all. It's what fills your many years with life, and ultimately, it's what makes the long journey worthwhile. My story is just one thread in a much larger and more beautiful tapestry. While I've shared the pillars that supported my own journey to 100, I am not an anomaly. Across the globe, in small villages and bustling cities, there are pockets of people who are also living exceptionally long and vibrant lives. These are not isolated cases of genetic luck. They are communities where a culture of well-being has been woven into the fabric of daily existence. Their stories echo the same simple truths I have discovered, confirming that these principles are not just personal theories, but universal human wisdom that we can all learn from. For years, researchers have been studying these areas, which they call blue zones. These are places like Sardinia in Italy, Okinawa in Japan, and the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, where people have the highest rates of living to 100. What they found is that these centenarians do not follow fad diets or run marathons. They do not obsess over supplements or anti-aging creams. Instead, their longevity arises naturally from their environment and their way of life. They live in a way that makes the healthy choice the easy choice. Their stories provide a powerful and inspiring roadmap for the rest of us. In this next part of our journey together, I want to step outside of my own experience and share some of these stories with you. We'll travel the world, not with an airplane ticket, but with our curiosity and our desire to learn. We'll meet a woman from a mountain village in Sardinia, a man from a coastal town in Okinawa, and others who have unlocked the secrets to a long, healthy, and happy life. Their lives are different from mine and from each other's in many ways, but as we listen to their stories, you'll begin to see the same golden threads appearing again and again. These are not tales of superhuman feats or extreme discipline. They are stories of everyday people who found a rhythm of life that was in harmony with nature and with their own human needs. They ate what grew in their gardens. They walked everywhere they went. They cherished their families and they found purpose in their daily work. Their experiences reinforce the pillars we have already discussed: movement, nourishment, stress reduction, and connection, and show us how these principles can be applied in different cultures and contexts. Let's begin our world tour of wisdom and discover these shared secrets together. Let our first stop be the rugged mountains of Sardinia, an island off the coast of Italy. Here, in the small, close-knit villages, men live to be 100 at a rate that is unmatched anywhere else in the world. I want to tell you about a woman I read about. Let's call her Maria. She lived to be 102, and her life was a testament to the power of community and constant natural movement. Maria never went to a gym. Her exercise came from the simple, necessary tasks of her daily life. She tended to her garden, she kneaded bread by hand, and she walked the steep, cobbled streets of her village every single day. Maria's diet was simple and humble, based on what her family grew and raised. The foundation was whole-grain bread, beans, and a bounty of fresh vegetables from her garden. Meat was a rarity, reserved for Sundays or special occasions. A key part of her diet was a glass of local dark red wine with her meals. This wine, rich in antioxidants, was enjoyed in moderation and always with food and family. It was not about a specific superfood, but about a pattern of eating whole, unprocessed foods, grown locally and prepared with love, a pattern that has sustained generations of Sardinians. Perhaps the most powerful secret to Maria's long life, however, was her place within her community. In her village, elders were not sent away to care homes. They were revered. They remained at the center of family life, cared for by their children and grandchildren, their wisdom sought and their presence cherished. This deep sense of belonging and purpose is a powerful antidote to the loneliness and isolation that can so often accompany old age. Maria was surrounded by love and laughter until her final day. She had a reason to wake up every morning. Her family needed her, and she needed them. Maria's story is a beautiful illustration of how our environment can support a long and healthy life. Her world was one where walking was unavoidable, where food was fresh and simple, and where family was paramount. She did not have to consciously think about making healthy choices. Her culture and her community naturally guided her toward them. Her life reminds us that health is not just an individual pursuit. It is also about creating a supportive environment and nurturing the deep, multi-generational connections that give our lives meaning and joy. It is a lesson in the profound strength of the village. Now, let us travel east to the island of Okinawa, Japan, a place famous for its population of long-lived women. Here, we meet a man we will call Kenji, who lived to be 104 with a sharp mind and a playful spirit. Kenji's life was guided by a powerful concept: Central to Okinawan culture, ikigai. This Japanese word does not have a simple English translation, but it essentially means a reason to live or the reason you get up in the morning. It is the intersection of what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be valued for. Kenji's ikigai was his family and his small garden. For Kenji, his ikigai was not a grand ambition, but a simple, daily purpose. He found immense joy in tending his vegetable garden, carefully cultivating the bitter melons, sweet potatoes, and leafy greens that formed the core of his diet. This not only provided him with incredibly nutritious food, but it also gave him a reason to be outside in the sun every day, to move his body, and to feel a sense of accomplishment. His other ikigai was teaching traditional Okinawan music to his great-grandchildren. This connection to the younger generation kept his mind sharp and his heart full. He had a role, a purpose that extended far beyond himself. The Okinawan diet, like the Sardinian one, is largely plant-based. Kenji ate a wide variety of vegetables, tofu, and a lot of purple sweet potatoes, which are packed with antioxidants. A cultural practice in Okinawa is hara-hachi-bu, a reminder to stop eating when you are 80% full. This simple habit of caloric moderation, practiced over a lifetime, reduces the strain on the body's systems and is a major contributor to their longevity. Kenji ate slowly and mindfully, savoring his food and listening to his body's signals, a practice we have already discussed. Kenji's story teaches us the profound importance of having a purpose. It doesn't have to be a job or a career. It can be a hobby, a passion, a commitment to your family, or a desire to serve your community. This sense of purpose is a powerful psychological anchor that provides resilience against the stresses of life. When you have an ikigai, you have a reason to stay healthy, to stay engaged, and to welcome each new day with energy and optimism. Kenji's long, happy life shows us that a clear purpose may be the most potent longevity secret of all. Let's journey back to the Mediterranean, to the Greek island of Ikaria, another place where people seem to forget to die. Here, life moves at a slower pace, and the community lives by principles that have been passed down for centuries. I want to tell you about a shepherd, let's call him Nikos, who was still climbing the island's hills to tend to his goats well into his 90s. His story is one of constant natural movement, stress-free living, and a deep connection to the land and its rhythms. His life was a walking meditation, a stark contrast to the hurried, sedentary lives many of us lead today. Nikos's daily workout was simply his life's work. He would walk for miles every day across rugged terrain, a practice that kept his heart strong and his legs powerful. This was not exercise he had to schedule. It was woven into his very existence. In the afternoons, like most people on the island, he would take a long nap. This practice of a midday siesta is not a sign of laziness. It is a powerful tool for stress reduction. Research has shown that regular napping can lower stress hormones and reduce the risk of heart disease. Nikos understood instinctively that rest was just as important as movement. The Icarian diet Nikos followed was rich in vegetables, beans, and wild greens that he foraged from the hillsides. A staple of his diet was olive oil, a source of healthy monounsaturated fats. He also drank a special herbal tea every day, made from local plants like oregano, sage, and mint, which are full of antioxidants and have mild diuretic properties. Like the Sardinians, Icarians also enjoy a bit of wine with their meals, but what truly sets them apart is their relaxed attitude toward time. Clocks are not a major feature of life in Ikaria. People meet when they meet, and they do not worry about being late. The story of Nikos the shepherd is a powerful reminder of the health benefits of a low-stress life. The Icarian culture has an inbuilt resistance to the chronic urgency that plagues modern society. They prioritize social connection, rest, and a relaxed pace of life. They do not sweat the small stuff. This, combined with their active lifestyle and plant-heavy diet, creates a perfect recipe for longevity. Nikos's life teaches us that perhaps the best thing we can do for our health is to slow down, to breathe more deeply, and to remember that life is a journey to be savored, not a race to be won. Longevity is not confined to remote villages and quiet islands. It can be found even in the heart of the most fast-paced cities. Let me tell you about a woman, we'll call her Eleanor, a dancer from New York City who was still teaching dance classes at the age of 98. Her story is a vibrant testament to the power of passion, movement, and lifelong learning. Eleanor did not live a slow, pastoral life. She lived in a world of energy and creativity, but she channeled that energy in a way that sustained her rather than depleted her. Her passion for dance was her ikigai, her reason for being. Eleanor's daily life was a celebration of movement, from her youth as a professional dancer to her later years as a beloved teacher. Her body was always in motion. This was not a chore, it was her joy. She understood the importance of flexibility, balance, and posture, things that become even more critical as we age. Even on days she wasn't teaching, she would go through her own routine of stretching and gentle movements, keeping her body limber and her joints fluid. Her constant activity kept her muscles strong and her bones dense, protecting her from the frailty that affects so many. While she lived in a city known for its fast food, Eleanor was very mindful about what she ate. She cooked simple meals for herself, focusing on lean proteins, a wide array of colorful vegetables and healthy fats. She never followed a strict diet but listened to her body, eating what made her feel energetic and light. She also understood the importance of mental engagement. She was constantly learning new dance routines, listening to new music, and interacting with her students who ranged in age from teenagers to fellow seniors. This kept her brain active, challenged, and constantly forming new connections. Eleanor's story from the heart of New York City shows us that the principles of longevity are adaptable. You do not have to live in a blue zone to live a long and healthy life. You can create your own blue zone wherever you are. For Eleanor, her dance studio was her sanctuary. Her students were her community. Her passion for movement was her medicine. Her life is an inspiring example of how finding what you love and dedicating yourself to it can be a powerful force for vitality, keeping both the body and the spirit dancing through the decades. Our final story takes us to Loma Linda, California, a community with a high concentration of Seventh-day Adventists who consistently live about a decade longer than the average American. Here we meet a woman, let's call her Sarah, who at 95 was still an active volunteer and an avid gardener. Her life really exemplifies the principles of a plant-based diet, a strong faith community, and the simple, profound benefits of working with the earth. Sarah's vitality was not a mystery, it was the natural outcome of a life lived with purpose, moderation, and a deep respect for a higher power. The cornerstone of the Adventist lifestyle is their diet, which is largely vegetarian. Sarah had been eating a plant-based diet her whole life, focusing on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and especially nuts. Adventists who consume nuts at least 5 times a week have been shown to have a significantly lower risk of heart disease. Sarah's main meal was often at breakfast or lunch, with a much lighter, simpler meal in the evening. This practice of eating less at night gives the digestive system a long rest and is believed to promote better sleep and cellular repair. Beyond diet, Sarah's faith community was a powerful source of health and well-being. The weekly Sabbath, a 24-hour period of rest and worship from Friday evening to Saturday evening, provided a built-in sanctuary from the stresses of the week. It was a time for reflection, for family, and for connecting with her community. This regular scheduled downtime is a powerful antidote to chronic stress. Her church also provided a strong social network, a group of like-minded individuals who supported each other in their healthy habits and provided comfort in times of need. Sarah's garden was her personal sanctuary and her gym. The daily tasks of weeding, watering, and harvesting provided consistent, low-intensity physical activity. It got her out in the sunshine, provided her with the freshest possible food, and gave her a deep sense of accomplishment and connection to the natural cycles of life. Sarah's story, from Loma Linda, powerfully combines many of the pillars we've discussed: a simple, plant-heavy diet, regular movement, a low-stress lifestyle, and a strong, supportive community. Her vibrant life demonstrates that a few core principles, practiced consistently, can create a remarkable legacy of health. As we have journeyed from the mountains of Sardinia to the shores of Okinawa, and from the heart of New York City to a garden in California, a clear pattern emerges. The tapestry of longevity, though woven with different cultural colors and textures, is held together by the same strong, common threads. These are not complicated medical formulas but simple, timeless truths about how to live in harmony with our bodies and the world around us. These are the real secrets, hiding in plain sight, that we can all weave into the fabric of our own lives, starting today. The first and most obvious thread is movement. None of the people we met had a gym membership. Their physical activity was a natural and consistent part of their daily existence. They walked, they gardened, they danced, they herded goats. They moved their bodies in gentle, functional ways throughout the day, not in short, intense bursts. This constant, low-level activity keeps the joints fluid, the muscles toned, and the heart strong. It is a reminder that the best exercise program is one that is so integrated into your life that it doesn't feel like exercise at all. The second thread is a diet based on whole, plant-based foods. Whether it was the beans of Sardinia, the sweet potatoes of Okinawa, or the nuts of Loma Linda, their diets were overwhelmingly dominated by foods that grew from the earth. Meat was eaten sparingly, as a small side dish rather than the main event. They did not count calories or worry about macronutrients. They simply ate a variety of fresh, local, and simply prepared foods. This way of eating provides the body with a constant stream of the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants it needs to thrive and defend against disease. Finally, the most profound threads are the ones that nourish the sole purpose, connection, and a low-stress mindset. Every one of these centenarians had a reason to get up in the morning, a sense of purpose that we've called ikigai. They were all deeply embedded in a community, surrounded by family and friends who loved and valued them. And they all had ways of shedding stress, whether through a daily nap, a day of rest, or a cultural disposition to not worry about time. These intangible elements may be the most crucial of all, creating the emotional and spiritual resilience needed to navigate a century of life. We have listened to these incredible stories and identified the common threads that bind them together. We have learned from Maria, Kenji, Nikos, Eleanor, and Sarah. Now, the focus returns to you. The most important story is the one that is yet to be written. It is your story. The years after 50 are not an epilogue. They are a fresh, unwritten volume. You hold the pen. You have the power to weave these golden threads of longevity into the narrative of your own life, creating a future that is vibrant, healthy, and full of joy. You are the author of your own well-being. Do not be overwhelmed by all these ideas. You do not have to move to a Greek island or become a perfect vegetarian overnight. The journey begins with a single, small step. Choose one thing from our journey together that resonates with you. Perhaps it is the idea of Hara-Hachi-Bu, and you decide to start stopping when you're 80% full. Maybe it is the idea of Ikigai, and you spend some time thinking about what gives you a sense of purpose. Or perhaps it is as simple as putting a glass of water by your bed tonight, ready for the morning. The goal is not to perfectly replicate someone else's life, but to thoughtfully integrate these universal principles into your own unique circumstances. Your life is different from Maria's or Kenji's, but the needs of your body and soul are the same. Your body needs to move. Your body needs real food. Your mind needs peace. And your heart needs connection and purpose. How you fulfill those needs is your own creative act. It is your own personal masterpiece of health that you will build day by day, choice by choice, with kindness and patience for yourself. The stories of these centenarians are not meant to be intimidating goals. They are meant to be sources of inspiration and hope. They show us what is possible for the human body and spirit. They prove that a long, healthy life is not the result of a lucky lottery ticket, but the result of a series of conscious, positive choices. They remind us that it is never too late to start. Your path to your own healthy century is waiting for you. It begins now, with the very next breath you take, and the very next choice you make. Your best chapter is still to come. As we draw this conversation to a close, I want you to feel not a sense of an ending, but of a profound and exciting beginning. We have traveled a long road together in these words, a journey that has spanned my own century of life, and has taken us to distant lands to learn from others. We began by shattering the myth of inevitable decline, replacing it with a promise of vitality. We established that you are the architect of your own health, with choices far more powerful than the genetic blueprint you were handed. You are not a passive passenger in the vessel of your body, you are its captain, its careful and loving steward. We then explored the foundational pillars that have supported my long and healthy life. The simple, timeless secrets that are available to everyone. We started with the gentle power of daily walking, a conversation with your body, and a symphony of benefits for every organ. We moved to the kitchen, seeing it as our pharmacy, and learned to nourish ourselves with simple, colorful foods from the earth, practicing a mindful approach beyond the confusion of diets. These first pillars build the physical house in which your spirit will dwell for many decades, making it strong, resilient, and full of energy. From there, we turn to the rhythm of our days, discovering the power of a quiet morning ritual to set a tone of peace and the importance of embracing the sun's energy to create vitamin D and elevate our mood. We ventured inward, learning to tame the tides of stress not by avoiding life's storms, but by learning to anchor ourselves with our breath and the art of letting go. We uncovered the restorative magic of sleep, crafting our evenings and our bedrooms to invite the deep, healing rest our bodies and brains so desperately need. And we honored the joy of connection, the final, crucial pillar that fills our lives with love and purpose. Finally, we looked beyond my own story, finding these same golden threads in the lives of centenarians from Sardinia, Okinawa, Greece, and even the bustling cities of America. Their stories confirm that these principles are not a fluke, but a universal pattern for a long and well-lived life. They showed us that health arises naturally from a life of movement, simple food, purpose, and community. Now, as we stand here at the end of our discussion, all this knowledge, all these stories, are a gift I place in your hands. The question is no longer what to do, but how you will begin to write your own next vibrant chapter. The prospect of changing your life can feel overwhelming. You might look at the pillars we have discussed, movement, diet, sleep, stress management, and think it is too much to tackle all at once. This feeling is natural, but it is also a trap that can lead to inaction. The secret to lasting change is not a dramatic overnight transformation. It is the principle of a 1% improvement. It is the idea of making a single, small, positive change and practicing it with consistency. This approach is gentle, achievable, and over time, its power is almost beyond measure. It is the way I have lived my life. I did not wake up one day at 20 and decide to live a perfectly healthy life. I simply learned to enjoy my daily walk. Later, I learned the simple joy of cooking a meal from my garden. Each habit was added slowly, one by one, over years and decades. I want you to think about one small thing you can do differently tomorrow. Just one. Perhaps you will drink a glass of water before your morning coffee. Maybe you will take a 5-minute walk during your lunch break, Or perhaps you will turn off the television just 15 minutes earlier to wind down before bed. Choose the easiest, most appealing change you can imagine. This one small step is your victory. It is your proof that change is possible. Once that single action becomes an easy, automatic part of your day, you can add another. The process is like building a stone wall. You do not try to lift the whole wall at once. You place one stone, carefully and securely. Then you place the next. Day after day, stone by stone, a formidable structure begins to rise. Your healthy habits are these stones. Each one may seem small and insignificant on its own, but together they build a fortress of well-being that can withstand the tests of time. Do not underestimate the power of these small, incremental gains. A 1% improvement each day leads to a state of being that is dramatically different a year from now. It is a journey of 1,000 miles that truly does begin with a single step. The most important thing is to start walking, no matter how slowly. Forget about perfection. Embrace the power of good enough, done consistently. This gentle, patient approach is the most effective and compassionate way to transform your health, creating a positive momentum that will carry you forward for the rest of your life. The most difficult part of any new journey is overcoming the initial inertia. It is the law of physics and the law of human nature. A body at rest tends to stay at rest. The comfort of our old habits, even if they do not serve us, can be a powerful force. This is why your first day, the day you decide to take that first small step, is so critically important. It is the day you break the spell of inaction. It is the day you prove to yourself that a new way of living is not just a dream but a tangible reality you can create for yourself starting right now. So let us make a plan for tomorrow, your first day. Let's make it so simple and so enjoyable that it is almost impossible to fail. When you wake up, before you do anything else, I want you to lie in bed for just 1 minute. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Think of one thing you are grateful for. Just one. Then get up and drink a small glass of water. Later in the day, at a time that works for you, put on your shoes and walk for just 10 minutes. You can walk around your block to the end of your street and back, or even just around your house. That is it. That is your entire plan for day 1. Notice what this plan does not include. It does not include throwing out all the food in your pantry. It does not include a 2-hour workout. It does not include any radical, stressful changes. It includes 3 small, gentle acts of self-care. A moment of quiet gratitude, a glass of water, and a short walk. Anyone can do this. By completing these simple tasks, you will end your day with a feeling of success. You will have planted a seed of change, and you will have shown yourself that you have the power to follow through on a promise to yourself. This first day is your foundation. It is the day you declare that your health is a priority. Do not worry about day 2, or day 10, or day 100. Just focus on tomorrow. Give yourself the gift of a successful first day. Feel the quiet pride that comes from taking a positive step in the direction of your own well-being. This feeling is the fuel that will motivate you to continue. The journey to 100 years young is not a sprint. It is a long and beautiful walk, and it begins with that first, simple, courageous step out your front door. When you are young, it is easy to take your health for granted. You can miss a night of sleep, eat poorly, and bounce back quickly. But as we enter our second 50 years, we begin to understand that our health is a bank account. Every positive choice you make, every walk, every healthy meal, every good night's sleep, is a small deposit. These deposits may not seem like much on their own, but over time, they begin to earn interest. This is the compounding interest of health. And honestly, it is the most powerful force for creating a vibrant and independent later life. Think about it this way. The 10-minute walk you take today does not just benefit you today. It makes your heart slightly stronger, your bones slightly denser, and your muscles a little more capable. This makes tomorrow's walk a tiny bit easier. The healthy meal you eat tonight gives your cells the building blocks they need to repair themselves, reducing a small amount of inflammation that could have become a bigger problem later. You are not just living for today, you are investing in the person you will be in 1 year, 5 years, and even 30 years from now. This is a profound shift in perspective. It turns acts of self-care from chores into investments. You are no longer just exercising. You are depositing strength and mobility into your future. You are not just eating your vegetables. You are depositing disease prevention and vitality into your account. Every time you choose to go to bed a little earlier, you are making a deposit into your cognitive clarity and mental resilience for the decades ahead. These daily choices are a promise you are making to your future self. A promise that you will arrive in your later years with the wealth of health needed to enjoy them fully. Unlike money, this is a form of wealth you cannot buy or inherit late in life. It must be earned day by day. The good news is that the returns are guaranteed. Your body wants to be healthy, and it will reward every single positive investment you make. Start making those deposits today, no matter how small they seem. The person you will become at 70, 80, or 90 will thank you profoundly for the small, wise choices you are making right now. You are funding the freedom, independence, and joy of your future. We have spent much of our time talking about the physical aspects of a long life, the body, its movements, its fuel, and its rest. These are the mechanics of longevity, the essential foundation. But a long life without a happy heart is a hollow victory. As I look back over my century, I realize that what truly carried me through the inevitable challenges, losses, and sorrows was not just a strong body, but a hopeful spirit. The will to live, the capacity for joy, and a persistent belief in the goodness of life are intangible forces with a very tangible impact on our health. A hopeful spirit is not about ignoring reality or pretending that life is always easy. It is not a naive optimism. It is a resilient and courageous choice to focus on what is good, what is possible, and what is beautiful, even in the midst of difficulty. It is the ability to find a reason to smile even on a cloudy day. It is the practice of gratitude, which we have touched upon, that trains the mind to see abundance rather than scarcity. This positive emotional state has a powerful calming effect on the body, reducing stress hormones and creating an internal environment that is conducive to healing and health. This spirit is cultivated. It is not something you are simply born with. You cultivate it by nurturing your sense of purpose, your ikigai. You cultivate it by surrounding yourself with positive and loving people who lift you up. You cultivate it by spending time in nature, which has a way of putting our human troubles in perspective. You cultivate it by engaging in activities that bring you simple joy, whether it is listening to music, pursuing a hobby, or playing with a pet. It is about intentionally feeding the part of you that wants to live fully and joyfully. So as you embark on this journey of physical renewal, I urge you to pay equal attention to the nourishment of your spirit. Ask yourself, what brings me joy? What gives my life meaning? How can I connect more deeply with the people and activities I love? A healthy body provides the vessel, but a hopeful spirit provides the reason for the journey. It is the light within that illuminates the path ahead, that gives you the strength to keep walking, and that ultimately fills your 100 years with not just length, but with depth, meaning, and an abundance of love. As you approach the end of a long life, you begin to think about the legacy you will leave behind. It is not the material possessions or the accolades that matter. The greatest legacy, I have come to believe, is the positive impact you have had on the lives of others. By choosing to take care of your own health, you are giving one of the most precious gifts you can to your family and your community. You are giving them the gift of your presence, your wisdom, and your vitality for as long as possible. You are giving them more years of your love. When you are healthy and independent in your later years, you reduce the burden of care on your children and loved ones. This is a profound act of love and foresight. It allows your relationships to be based on joy and companionship rather than on obligation and stress. But it goes far beyond that. By living a vibrant, active life, you become a powerful role model. You show your children, your grandchildren, and everyone around you what is possible in the second half of life. You shatter their own limiting beliefs about aging and inspire them to make healthier choices in their own lives. Your healthy habits can create a ripple effect that extends through generations. When your grandchildren see you enjoying a walk or tending your garden, they learn that being old can be a time of strength and activity. When you cook a simple, healthy meal for your family, you pass on not just a recipe, but a philosophy of nourishment. Your life becomes a living lesson in self-respect and well-being. You are teaching them, through your example, how to build their own long and happy lives. This is a legacy of health that can echo for a century after you are gone. So do not think of this journey as a selfish pursuit. It is the most generous thing you can do. Every step you take toward better health is a step toward being a more engaged parent, a more active grandparent, and a more inspiring member of your community. Your well-being is a gift that you first give to yourself, and then it overflows to touch everyone you love. It is the legacy of a life lived not just long, but well. And there is no greater inheritance you could possibly leave behind for those who will follow you. Our time together is now at an end, but your journey is just beginning. I want to leave you with one final crucial thought, the most important message I can offer from my 100 years of experience. It is never, ever too late to begin. It does not matter if you are 50, 60, 70, or even 80. It does not matter if you have neglected your health for years or if you are facing a current health challenge. Your body has a miraculous, innate desire to heal and to move toward balance. All it asks is that you give it a chance, starting today. Do not let the past hold you hostage. Do not say, "If only I had started sooner." That thought is a thief of the present moment and the future's potential. The past is gone. All we have is now. The choice you make in this very moment is the only one that matters. The decision to drink a glass of water, to take a gentle stretch, to call a friend, this is where your power lies. You cannot change what was, but you have absolute power to shape what will be, starting with the very next choice you make. Your body will respond with gratitude to any positive change, no matter when you start. This journey is also not a straight line. There will be days you feel motivated and days you feel tired. There will be times you stick to your plan and times you fall back into old habits. This is not failure, this is life. The secret is to practice the art of beginning again. If you have a bad day or a bad week, do not despair. Simply wake up the next morning and begin again. Every sunrise is a fresh invitation from the universe to start anew. There is no judgment, only a new opportunity. Be as kind and patient with yourself as you would be with a dear friend. I am 100 years old. I have seen wars and peace, sorrow, and immense joy. I have seen the world change in ways I could never have imagined. And I'm telling you, with all the certainty of my long life, that the simple daily habits of self-care are the most powerful medicine on earth. They are your key to a future filled with vitality, clarity, and joy. The door's open, the path is clear. I invite you with all my heart to take that first step. It is not too late. Your best years can still be ahead of you.